this. Sometimes you just can't win. Let me show you what happened. Grab your cup of coffee because I'm Paulie, and this is a pain in the butt. So what had happened was, I was doing the road test after I did the struts on my Cadillac, and I noticed that my speedometer wasn't working. And I didn't tap it really hard, I just gave it like a little boop boop, and all of a sudden my needle went bing and pegged to 85. And now it does this. Last time I checked, that's not good. Or, as the French would say, no bueno. So I went to my local junkyard and got a couple of new ones. As you can see, this one does not do such things. And then I got another one. And again, this one does not do said things. Although this does seem to have a little bit of something in it. I don't know what yet. Yeah. So I took mine all apart. Here is my original odometer. This is the speedometer driver. And what I am going to do is I am going to take this one apart, because I know both of these work, so I can do this. I'm going to take one of these, this one apart, and I'm going to put its guts into my housing, or at least my odometer into this housing, just to make sure my mileage is the same, because this has 88,713 miles on it. Kind of, some people would say it's illegal, probably is, but I like to keep my DeVille, the way she is. So yeah, and then we'll go over putting the dash back together later. So let's take this thing apart. Now what led me to believe the speedometer was bad, besides the fact that when I went boop boop, I heard a ping and it pegged to 85, is that the transmission still shifted normally, which means my vehicle speed sensor was still giving out an output that was received by my body control module. Also, I set no service vehicle soon code, so there's two lights on the Cadillac. Is a service vehicle soon, a service engine soon. I got none of those. And when I pulled my codes after I took it all apart, the 3 codes I got were for stuff that I had taken apart from the dash and everything. So that's what led me to believe that it was a speedometer. So like I said, I got 2 clusters, tested both of them. Now the speedometer and odometer work. As you can see, this now has 0.3 miles on it. So I think we're going to be okay if I can get this to swap over. Okay, so here's my good speedometer. And as you can see, the overlay is part of this, the needle, and the motor is actually riveted to this piece. So this piece is what's going back in my car. Now I ran into another problem. My other problem is that the connector for my odometer and for this is different. So I am actually going to swap the motor onto my odometer, put it all back together on this. And I decided since this worked, I'm just going to go ahead and swap the motors over and put the circuitry, everything back together on the cluster that I just got from the yard. So we'll see. We'll see how this works. So a couple quick things to note when you put this in here. You got two plugs here and here, okay, that go in there. And then this has to feed down through the middle, all right? And then this sits right like that. And that cable I showed you earlier, you have to make sure that it doesn't get caught on anything. And there we go. All right, cool. So I plugged it in. I'm gonna put one screw in the top here. And then we're going to take it down the road. So all my lights light up, except anti-lock, which it's not going to anymore. All right, no codes. We have illumination. That's good. We can actually do a lights test by holding the off and warmer buttons. Those two light up. And we have F13, F31, F40. Okay, that's all we have. All right, cool. And there you have it. That's how you do that. I wanted to keep this one quick and short. Tune in next time when I put the dash back together, because we got to do some Twilight Sentinel troubleshooting. And that's going to be a whole other video. So like, comment, subscribe, keep it between the ditches, and you come back and see it.